Worm. Hello everybody, it's me, Tentabat, a NSFW furry artist, and welcome to my video. Today I will be designing some Dipplin predictions. Dipplin was first introduced in the Teal Mask DLC. I didn't know this at first, but Dipplin evolves from Applin when you give it a syrupy apple. I used to think it was a separate species, like a convergent type Pokemon, kind of like with Wiglet and Diglett, but no, Dipplin evolves from Applin. Also, I thought its name was Dripplin for a while, like dripping, but no, it's Dipplin, like it's dipped into candy, like a candy apple. I think it's so funny that Applin and Dipplin look so similar. People have been speculating that Dipplin will evolve in the Indigo Disc, the next DLC, which is coming out basically today when I make this video. I know I'm cutting it close, but I really wanted to put my hat into the ring and design some prediction ideas. Anyways, they were thinking Dipplin might evolve because it can use the Evolite held item. Evolite is a held item that boosts the defense and special defense of a Pokemon. So since that works, it means that Dipplin is not fully evolved yet, as it only works on Pokemon who aren't fully evolved yet. So yeah, here I'm just doodling some ideas of what it could evolve into. Now, Dipplin's Pokedex specifically says that there's 2 creatures inside the gooey apple, so I decided to reflect that in its final evolution. First we have like sort of a Hydra snake thingy, and then the second one is just like a Goodra clone because I just love Goodra. The third one is kind of more like the two-headed snake kind of idea, but more candy-like. And the last one is like my final idea. I suddenly had a thought, why don't I just do something with like an apple peel or something? And that's the 4th and final design I made for this project. I feel like Dipplin will keep the grass dragon typing, so there was no exploration of different typing, so I just stuck to the dragon grassy apple idea. And especially with the candy part, you know, especially Dipplin looks like a candy apple, and I wanted to do something gooey with that. I just think that'd be really cool. And I guess that's why I made like an almost Goodra variant of the Pokemon. So yeah, here's the first design I came up with. Its idea was basically like almost 2 worms inside a spoiled apple. But not only are they worms, they are inspired by cobras, because I wanted to do something different with their cool looking eyes. I know their eye shape is really distinct, and so I tried to use it as the hood of the cobra creature. And then I had to include like 2 individuals, but one creature is like the greater creature and the other one is a lesser creature. I know it feels bad saying that, but who knows if they're equally in power, kind of just like the Hydra Pokemon there. Hydreigon, sorry, I had to look up the name. And of course I gave the greater creature the spiky horn, and made it bigger. And then that would be cool if its limbs were like made out of goo or candy. And just thought it was a neat idea. So yeah, it looks like rotten because the apple has holes in it, but it looks sweet like the gummy part. I don't think anyone would eat a part of him, but who knows. And then of course, going on with dragon typing idea, I decided to go slightly differently and going with a serpentine idea. I really like this concept, but maybe I could have focused more on defining its face shape a little more. And here's the one that's basically just like a Goodra clone. I just think it's a cute idea that, you know, it's slimy, so it turns into a Goodra-like creature. But at the same time, it has some aspects of Appleton with its kind of helmet and face shape. And then I got the idea from Hicewing Goodra to have a shell on it, and it's carrying its second Pokemon in there. I know I should have changed this Goodra Dipplin creature's posture a little more to more of High-Swin Gudra's posture because it's carrying something so big. But I don't know. I was just you know, in love with the Gudra archetype, so I just wanted to do that. And of course, it would look super cute with freckles. Honestly, I really like emulating the current Pokemon shading style because it's really simple. You basically block out the big shapes, you don't worry about the details, and then sometimes you put a little blending between the light and shadow. And then I was just following the Gudra's official artwork to add the highlights onto the drawing. I really love how it turned out. And then for the highlights, again, I used the add layer filter. I don't usually use add, I use add parentheses glow. But yeah, I think add does a better job with the highlights for the Pokemon style. And here for the third design, it's another serpentine-like design, but this time it's more reminiscent of a two-headed snake rather than two creatures occupying the same space. And then I just wanted to draw like cool arm wings, kind of like the Hissy from Neopets. I just think those are so cool. And then the rest of the design, the necks, the body, is based on how candy-like Dipplin is. So instead of a more slimy texture, this is more a gummy texture. I really liked using the complementary colors towards the green body, which made me use more reds, but I also really liked using the analogous color of yellow for the greens. I think it really ties it together. And of course I like making things look shiny or gummy or slimy or whatever, so I might have went a little overboard with the highlights and reflective light for this drawing, but I just think it's neat. Oh yeah, I also colored some of the lines for all of these designs. So for this character, the circles inside the necks look like they're inside the gummy part. Makes them look like a candy or the other Pokemon Ranunculus. Sorry, that sounded like a question. I had to look up the name just to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, that's one of the inspirations for the third design. And then for the final design, I really wanted to do something to do with like a apple peel. So I kind of like when you peel an apple but spirals come out of it. And I think it's a really cool idea, so I used it here. So I feel like the creature is still holding on to the candy apple, but now it kind of wraps itself around the object rather it being inside the object. And then yeah, I couldn't help myself with the face shape, so I just made it into a worm. I made it to a two-headed worm, almost like cat dog. It's one creature's head is on one side and the other one's on the other side. One looks more like the head, while the other one looks more like the tail. I know this is probably the most complex design, and I don't think Pokemon would ever design a creature like this. Well, maybe not the concept, but I just think it was a really neat idea to go with. And yeah, I really wanted to use the yellow color, kind of like the shiny Dipplin. I just think it looks so appealing. Get it? Appeal. But yeah, I had to stick to the original coloring, the normal coloring, and go off from that. If I were to make a shiny off of this design, then the peel would not be red, it would be more yellow, and maybe the inside would be more golden or orange. The slimy interior part, I mean. And then I gave them two different eye colors because I'm sure they have like different personalities or something. And then, of course, I really wanted to do the highlights on the shiny gummy part. And yeah, I did a reflective light as well. I did color the lines here as well, but not on the darkest parts of the design. It didn't need it. Black is a perfectly fine color. But yeah, that's about it. And here are 4 of all of my designs of my Dipplin evolution predictions. What do you think about them? I'm open to criticism or any feedback, so leave your comments down below of this video. And yeah, I knew I had to give them all names, just so we know which ones we're talking about. So the first one is Serpoil, kind of like serpent and spoil. And the second one is Oozdra, kind of like Guja, but I used a different gooey word. Number 3 is Duo Gummy, because there's 2 of them and they're extremely gummy looking. And then the final one is Spielrin, like kind of like I put the word peel in the name, and that's it. I don't expect any of these designs to be similar to Pokemon's official evolution to Dipplin, but it would be really cool if there was similar concepts in there, or maybe even at least similar colors. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these designs. I know basically the DLC comes out right now, but I did not peek at what the design is just yet. So let me know. Let me know what you think comparatively, and yeah. I know I'm really late on this idea, but I promise you I did not see whatever leaks or previews or whatever. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I'd like to thank my patrons who are on screen right now. Thank you! I'd like to give a big thank you to my toppest tier patrons: 7 Dead Jr., Bolt Chaser Snowbird, Zang, Oniroy, Grimidas, Zerum, Virgil Spectre, House, Dracos, Gold Dragon, Danger V, Blue Dragon, and Artie. Thank you so much for your big support, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I was a little sick right now, but I really had to get this video out right now. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!